How we doing, guys? PGZ36 here, and we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be doing a ranking video off of Tant, and this video ranking is going to be based off of every Tant minigame ranked worst from best. Now, we are only including the ones from Tant, so any of the ones from Ichidan or any of the other games are not going to be included. So yeah, and this is based off of my personal experience. Your experience can be better than mine. So let me know in the comments what is your favorite Tant minigames, and what is your favorite way of worst to best minigames in this collection. So, without further ado, let's get ranking. 16. Hint, or 3 hint stunt, or the hint minigame. Now, in the American version, in the Sega's Classic Collection, it's not really that bad, because it's all in plain English. But if you're playing in the arcade version, it's all in Japanese. So, unless you know Japanese, if you get to this minigame, you're basically screwed. I mean, there's really nothing you can do, and honestly, it's not really a fun minigame either. All you're doing is just finding the right panel, and which one is the right one. Whether it's an arrow, or a star, or a wave, or a circle, it's just finding the right panel, and that's it. And the music is pretty forgettable as well. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's definitely not a fun one. But yeah. And it's the only minigame I do not recommend playing. It's just there's so many better options than this one. It's just not fun. 15. Photoshock. Now this isn't as bad as the hint one, but it's definitely not any better. Photoshock is a game where you have to basically snap a picture of a target right in between the camera. Unfortunately, the camera can't move at all, and you're stuck in one place every time. And my problem with this minigame is that sometimes the objects just move. The objects. I don't know why my speaking is so bad, but yeah, the objects just move way too fast sometimes. Like, you barely have a chance to snap at the right time. And sometimes you won't even snap at it all, you'll just get the background. Like, why is it such a difficult to do such a thing? Now, if you're playing on the arcade version, it can be a bit tough, but if you're playing on the console versions, the original Sega Genesis one and the PS2 version, it's not really that difficult. But even then, there's just so many better options than just playing this minigame. Like, all you're literally doing is just snapping a photo of an image that has to be literally in between the image of a camera. 14. Heart to heart, or time stop, as you all know. Now, this could have easily made the number 1, but it's just too easy for that. And I honestly feel out of the worst, this is easily the least worst. But that's just because it's just so simple. I mean, all you have to do is literally just stop a time watch at a certain time. There's no stop, there's no movement, no anything. You literally just stop time. 13. A rose is a rose, aka hat. Now, this is basically just one of those games where you just gotta find the object within 4 hats, and they swap around. You know, it's one of those games where there's an object in a hat or something, and they spin around, and you have to find out which item it was in. It's one of those games, and it's not bad, but it's just too simple. Especially when it gets up onto the higher difficulty. It goes way too fast to keep up with. Like, in the arcades, the PS2 version, even the Genesis version, it goes way too fast to keep up with. Like, really, you have to go like Sonic fast. Like, come on, I know it's a heart-to-heart game, but is it really a hat-to-hat game, or is it like a rose-defying game? It's just hard, and I don't know why, but it's just like that for this minigame, and there's just so many better ways it could have gone out like this. 12. Animals Sound Shower. What you do here, you follow the animals in the correct order they speak. So, you just find the correct animals that they speak in the exact order, and you win. That literally happens every time. And I'm not saying that this is a bad game, it's a more forgettable one in my opinion. I don't really enjoy just doing a not hide and seek, but just find the animal type game. I'd rather have something creative like a robot factory game or some other type fun. Like, it's just so many better options than this. So yeah, animals thing, whatever it's called. 11. Tarred and Feathered. Here what you do, you press the X or whatever front button as fast as you can to pop the balloon and wake up the chicken. It gets faster when the time starts to get less, and the more balloons you have to pop. That's the difficulty spike. And that's pretty much it. Again, all you do is just mash the X button very fast over and over, and you basically just win every time. 10. Ninja Elite. Basically another hide-and-seek game. Well, actually, this is the only hide-and-seek game where you had to find the ninja, the right ninja, because there's two ninjas here. One's purple, one's orange. And you have to find the orange or yellow ninja to advance. If you hit any other space or get the purple ninja, you will be held back on the points, or you'll lose a life. Which one? And honestly, this is another one I could see coming back to, but it's just not that much fun. It's just like regular hide and seek, where you just have to find the source, and that's it. Or just find the other person. I don't know, but it definitely can be fun with multiplayer. I can definitely say that. I've played it with a lot of times with others before, and it is quite an enjoyment. But yeah, other than that, there's not really much to say about this one. 9. Bar. So what you have here is it's like a slot machine, but instead all of the slots are fixed in one spot. And what you have is a slot machine up there, which selects a random set of slots that you have to click correctly, or otherwise you would be held back. So basically, what you have to do is you have to find the right pattern that shows on the right slots of the slot machine. And the slots are all over. They're not just in one position either. They're all over the place, so they could be vertical, horizontal, they could be up, they could be down, they could be in any way, shape, or form. And I gotta say, this is a really fun one where I would have fun with friends. I could see us going back to this one and just having a lot of fun. It's not really that difficult either. Just finding the slots can be pretty easy, but can be a bit of a tough challenge too, if you don't know where the slots are. But yeah, I don't really have a problem with this one. Bar is a pretty fun one. I check it out. 8. Block and Roll. Who likes math? I surely don't, but you're gonna have to get used to that, because that's what block and roll is all about. Basically, you do like a mathematic about which type of object it's supposed to be, whether it's a triangle, a circle, or even like a half of it. It's literally all in the... It's literally all... I can't even say. It's literally all in the whole game here. And the harder it gets, especially on the higher difficulty, the more intense it gets. Especially when it comes to the 4 blocks. You really gotta know your math to figure this one out. Otherwise, you're just gonna run out of lives quickly and just and just fail a bunch of times. I will admit, though, the music is pretty good here. It has a nice little, like, block tune with it, and it's really satisfying. Other than that, I say skip this one. 7. Something fishy. You count numbers, and then you guess them. That's all you do. And the numbers can go really fast, but if you pay real close attention, they really can't be that difficult. Unless you're playing on a higher difficulty, then it'll definitely spike up intensely. Like later on, it'll be like so fast. Like, why does it have to go so fast for just something that's collecting numbers? I don't understand, but it's definitely a one to worthy check out. There's no music, sadly, but it does have good sound effects, especially in the PS2 version. The sound effects are really good, and especially try it with multiplayer because it's a blast. Other than that, it's a pretty good, decent one. I would check it out if I were you. 6. Faces of the Cube. It's another math game where you have to guess all the numbers, but it's a lot more fun than Block Roll. Basically, you gotta count how many blocks there are, and they're all completely random, depending on which amount of numbers there is. The real fun part is playing with friends. I'm just always enjoying having a blast playing with other people. And especially for the music. The music is really the hot pick here. It's really a memorable soundtrack too. And overall, the game is just a really fun game in my opinion. I highly check it out, and it's a really good game, guys. This is really a block of a fun. 5. Stone and Jewel. Now this is one of the easy one. All you have to do is collect one. But why is it so high up on this list? Well, not only is it a simple one, but it's a really extremely fun one to play. Basically, what you have to do is select the right jewels in the right amount of time, or otherwise the stage would end. And what am I even talking about? I don't know. It's a really fun minigame to try out. It's much more fun with friends, and it's a really stone game. 4. A panel of change. Now what you got here is a frog on a pad that you have to flip over to complete the game. Basically, you just gotta fill up all of the pads, and then you win. It's a very easy one. It's much like Stone and Jewels, but this one just takes the cake just for how much more complicated it is. If you don't know what you're doing, you'll probably wipe out or fail. But yeah, I highly check this out. It's really fun. And I really love playing this game with multiplayer. If you have multiple friends, it could be a really big challenge, because whoever can get the most boards flipped over and win is the next winner to the game. So it's really, well, that works with every minigame, but it still is a pretty fun game. 3. Change, or the puzzle game where you have to select the panels in the right position to move on. You know, this is one of the best in the games, and it's for a simple reason. You have to find the slots and match them in the right position. So it's very simple, but not too simple either. Especially with the time. When you're on the later high rounds, the time for this thing can go down really fast. And some of the puzzles can be extremely confusing. Like the gold one here, or one of the other ones, it can be a bit of a challenge. And that's why it's so fun. It's a really challenging, not too easy, not too simple either minigame. And it's a really replayable one, especially with multiplayer. Check out with multiplayer, because it's a blast. 2. Maze. Anyone who's played Tant R knows what this minigame is. Basically, what you have is a person in a maze, and you have to lead them to the goal, but you have to do it in a certain amount of time, or else the time clock runs out, and you lose. It's another simple one. All you have to do is get to the goal, and that's it. But what really makes this game shine is its maze layout. It has multiple maze routes, and they're all completely different, whether you go on the top, whether you go on the bottom, or you go in any way, shape, or form. It's basically your opinion. However, with multiplayer, it's much more easier. 2 players okay, but with 4 player, the mazes are shorter, so it's a lot easier to complete. But that's not saying it's not bad either. It's really fun with 4 people. I played it with 4 people before, and it is a blast. I'd check it out. Maze is a sure, mazy way. I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. It really is. It's all just fun. Now, anyone who's seen my videos, or been on my channel, seen me done Tant review, or any kind of videos off of Tant, you all know what my #1 pick is. So let's get going. 1. Robot Factory. I don't know what it is with this minigame, but I just always see myself coming back to this game. Because it is just so perfect and so challenging at the same time. You're in a robot factory and you have to assemble the robot using all the parts on the blueprint. However, all the parts that are on the panel tray, not the blueprint. I don't know what I'm talking about. All the parts that are on the tray are all scattered in a disorganized way. So you have to like scatter around and look off the blueprint or green print. I don't know why is the background green. And this is in the 2005 Sega Classic Collection one, not the OG arcade or the Sega Genesis one. For some reason, it's green for some reason. And I don't know why when the other 2 ones have it in blue. It doesn't make sense, but it still works. So you have to follow the blueprint and find the robots that are, or the robot parts that are on the tray to make the robot. And this is a really, really big challenge. You really have to look around and check for all parts, because the ones that are the right ones can be really well hidden within the tray. I was gonna say game, but whatever. They're really hidden within the tray, and you really have to search around and find the right parts. For me, it's really easy. All I do is just see all the parts, and then just pew, 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 pew. Just mash through all the parts. Very easy. But for some and new players, you really gotta just look at the blueprint or green print and find the matching parts for the robot. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. So yeah, Robot Factory, #1 in my opinion. What is your guys' favorite mini game? Oh yeah, definitely check it out with multiplayer. It is really, really fun with multiplayer. So yeah guys, that's gonna be it for Tant today. This was really, really, really fun game to play. And a really, really fun time to do. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed this ranked video. Also, tell me what is your favorite Tant minigame, or what is your favorite Tant list in your opinion, not mine. I really want you guys to tell me, because I really like to see what is your guys' opinion. Mine and my own opinion is good, but your guys' opinion could be pretty better. Leave a comment in the comment section below what is your favorite. Oh, and don't forget guys, make sure to share this review, or not review, this ranked video of Tant, because, I mean, what else can I say? I love this game. It's really, really fun. Even for some of you, it can be really fun. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed it, and as always, PGZ36, peace out, and remember, have it rated PGZ36, Pizza Gamers.